Hey, my name's Andrew Papp, and in today's video, we're going to talk about KINTA's new HQ Hack Squat. Who's it best suited for? What's its best application? For me, this thing loads up to 450 kilos. That's not relevant to me. I'm not a bodybuilder or a strength athlete. I'm an ultra endurance runner. And for me, it's important to build, yes, strength, but strength efficiency, and get really strong in the very low range end. So when I'm going downhill, I've got strong quads and strong knees. Who else is it designed for? It's designed for your general population who may not be so familiar with free weight training, a barbell on the back, thinking about all the stability, complexity components, where you've got all the stability you need, you've got the safety stops, and the ability to use your legs and its strength and stamina as the limiting factor, not your body's ability to coordinate the movement itself. For strength athletes, like I said, you can load up to 450 kilos, so you can make it very meaningful, as well as putting a power band to improve the strength curve to make every part of the rep really difficult. If you're wanting to improve size of your quadriceps, that's your main focus, whether you're a bodybuilder or a strength athlete, it might be a deficit in your performance. This is where you can do it whilst not placing too much fatigue in the back and the entire system. So it's an application for everybody who walks into your gym, and it can be specific to anyone if they have those particular goals. So let's now talk about how to use the KINTA HQ Hack Squat. One thing we need to understand is that everybody's going to be different structurally, the size of their torso to the legs, and even their hip structure and their ability in terms of mobility. So we want a machine that can provide almost a one-size-fits-all for everybody. Because at the end of the day, the best thing about the hack squat is getting to end range, putting the tension under length of the quadricep whilst furthering and reinforcing stability of the spine, particularly the lower back. And it does all these things. Press my head against the back of the pad, shoulders upright against the pads here. I can hold the handles to grip, and I'll drive my feet through the floor and lock out at the top. So it's the bottom range of motion that's the most important to develop quadriceps strength, size, and tissue tolerance. Now, this safety latch here is designed if you're coming up and you're thinking that you're not going to be able to lock out, you can pull and lock it out there. So you don't have to lock it out all the way to the top. So this is the bottom safety lock. If I come up a little bit higher, here's the next one, and the highest one is here. It's not only for if you can't complete the lock, but it's also for people at different height. For our shorter individuals, this is them standing up, and that's perfect for them. Taller individuals, this is the top, and that works for them. So again, customization for the individual. You're looking at the safety stop at the bottom as well. If you're shorter, you want to make sure you can get to a deep squat for that range of motion through the quads, so you can have it at the very bottom setting. If you're taller, and if you were to get this low, it could compromise your form, particularly your lower back. You can actually set it up to its higher setting. So you still get full range of motion, but you're not going to exceed past that point, particularly because you can load this quite heavy. Again, 450 kilos. And then if you add power bands to that, it's going to get really tough. So for myself, I'm 6 foot tall. I can still get good range of motion, even with the safety stop all the way on its higher setting. I've got my hamstrings over my calves, and I'm in a really comfortable position. With the power bands, I'll show you on either side, so you can obviously apply 2 power bands or just the one side. You can wrap your power band in the groove here, stretch it down to the pin, so it's safety on the latch, and this changes the strength curve. So what I mean by that is, as we know, at the bottom of the squat, whether it's on this machine or with a barbell squat, the bottom position is its toughest position. You're at the most mechanical disadvantaged position, and the tissue's under its greatest stretch. As you push up out of the hole, it starts to get easier and easier as you stand up. But with a band, you can see, as I get higher and higher, the band starts to create more and more tension, making the top half of the squat in this machine, or any pattern, squatting pattern, difficult as well. So you're going to get more bang for your buck with being able to make sure the strength curve is going to be the same from bottom to top. And it's also going to help strength athletes improve their ability to lock out at the top, because they're creating that stress. Another cool feature about HQ Hack Squat is the angle of the foot plate. It's got a large surface area, so for anybody who's large or small, you can move your feet in and out, up or down, depending on your anatomy and where you really want to put the focus. But it's actually the angle of the foot plate as well. You can see that it's quite upright, which is forcing me to really have an acute angle of my ankle. So this is going to be putting greater emphasis of my knees going over my toes, placing greater stretch through the quadriceps, just like if you were to wear weightlifting shoes and doing a squat standing up. So again, putting greater emphasis on strengthening and putting stress through the quads, as well as not putting any pressure in your back. So hopefully in today's video, you've learned a little bit about the HQ Hack Squat machine, and not only why it's useful, but who it's useful for. It's a one machine that can fit all sizes, shapes, and goals because of its unique capabilities.